sense what it's like to be here with this community. Usual story of feeling the nature around you, feeling the universe. And very gently notice subtle sensations or movements going on in yourself, within your awareness. Yeah, we're in a time of huge change. Yeah? Everything is turned upside down. Okay. Judith?
Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Yeah. I just saw a part of your interview with Arjuna, and very nice, very nice. Enjoyed it.
Mm. Tomorrow was the day I was supposed to start my travels this year.
Ah, here you are. Here you find yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yet it's a time of a deep traveling,
Mm.
but then more inside. Deep traveling time.
Mm.
Thank you, Isaac.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh.
Martin is next.
Yes, exactly, Martin. I will see if I can find you. And yeah, I muted you now, so you can speak if you like. Martin? Yes.
Nee, maar. Ja. Hi, Martin.
I'm back with Eva again.
Okay.
Also nice. Oh, now I
Yeah.
see.
Okay, great.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Crazy times.
Totally crazy times. Yeah.
I can see Judith going inward, doing a lot of meditations and making this crisis her retreat, which is beautiful to see. And I can see that I'm looking at the world and trying to find. The mind is trying to figure out what is the future.
Yeah.
How can I adapt?
Yeah.
Getting used to certain stress level in the system, and at the same time trying to adapt to I don't know what.
Mm.
Don't know what to believe. Don't know anything.
Yeah.
And I can feel the collective. There's a lot of suffering,
Mm.
a lot of fear.
Mm. Look, I think it's for some expressions of life called people, that'll be the orientation, is how do I adapt? And so it's fair enough, but we don't know. We just don't know. So what do we have to go on is like, there's a knowing that you have, that over this lifetime you've accumulated a bunch of skill sets, and you can trust that you'll find a way that those skill sets will be of value and will assist you to put food on the table and yeah, contribute, you could say, to people in a way that keeps the flow going. But what will be afterwards, we just don't know. We just really don't know. So I think it's a natural human tendency, to go, wow, what's going on? What's going on behind? What's the backstory of this? Who's involved? What is their agenda? All that stuff, just like, I think it's of course, it's natural, Then how can I interface with that, and there's a way of looking at all of that from a place of fear, but there's also, it's just like, I trust that when something becomes clear to me, that the system will respond, and I think many of us are like that. A lot of us, the orientation is towards just, how do I not stick my head up too high and kind of survive? But at the same time, this interest that we have, this love affair, I could say it like that. There's been a maturing and a learning, and it'll find its value in whatever happens. Just being that calm spot, as something new is being born. So, yeah.
Nice to hear you speak. Oh, you're coughing.
Yes, good thing. And I'm close to my screen, so you're in high danger.
Oh yes, I go backwards. Paranoid, you hear somebody sneezing 2 blocks from here. You think, what's that? Oh man, crazy situation. And how lucky we can meet.
Yeah, so true.
Thank you.
Sweetheart. Ava, if you can just mention who it is, so I don't have to keep referring to the chat.
I think I'm
next?
on.
Hi. Good. Hi.
Hi. I would love holding hands for a moment, please.
Okay. With pleasure. So as we're resting together, it's like we don't have, the one thing about meeting on the internet like this is we don't have the felt sense. We can't actually hold each other's hands physically, but we can imagine it.
I do.
Okay, good. So, and that's what's beautiful. You can imagine being held however feels good to you. And the imagination is free. So from my perspective, you're welcome to imagine however it feels good to you to resource your system. It gives you that felt sense. At least in our imagination, we can be free. Yeah. Yeah. When we rest like this together, what do you notice?
There are many thoughts passing by.
Mm-hmm. And you notice them, and some of them you follow a little bit, and some of them you can see, and they just pass by. Or?
Yes, more in the field of quietness.
Oh, how beautiful!
Yes.
How beautiful! And then, if you track a little deeper and just sense what is the sensation that's driving the thoughts, just resting here. It's like, because I feel there's moments that we meet really deeply, and then I can feel that movement, and I'm just tracking with you just for fun. You know, just where is there some subtle discomfort or dis-ease that is, you know, the fuel for those thinking.
Yeah, that's a movement to getting something, holding on.
Okay, yeah. And just track that back, because underneath that would be that itself would be uncomfortable, but underneath it, I'm curious, what is the movement at the very core that drives that? Just where does it, you know, seeing if you can come to the very bottom, just for fun, if it's possible. Yeah. It's just like, in a way, you know, like how you attract, there's breathing, and I don't know, can you hear me?
Say it again, please.
Okay. You know, that kind of tracking, like with the breath, breathing out happens, and then there's a moment where breathing in starts to happen. It's just like that. And then it gets full, and then it starts to breathe out again. Yeah. So it's just like this within the sensations of this moment, just feeling your bum on the chair, any subtle tensions or movements.
I feel a lot of tension here
In the throat. Okay, beautiful. Just to notice it. And then just being present with it, not trying to change it or fix it or anything. Just there's attention. Yeah. Just so gently being space for it. Yeah. Giving it space to be as big as it wants. Yeah. And then you can see some emotion comes. How beautiful. Just sensing, does that enable the meeting to go even deeper? Does it get a little bit quieter? Yeah, without effort really, yeah, just noticing. Just good to- Mm. Thanks, Bettina.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Afia, I can unmute
Yeah.
you. Yes. Oh,
Hey.
yes. Now you're on.
Have you managed to pin me or? Yeah.
Yes, I think so. Yeah,
Okay, great.
I pinned you.
Hey, you pinned me. So delicious to meet.
Mm.
Mm.
It almost feels like a real hug.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so
Keep going.
I'm so amazed by the flexibility of the system,
Mm.
that it can go from a big shithole to peace and then back into the shithole. It's amazing, really.
One thought is enough, eh?
Oh, a little bit of stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What an amazing construct we're living through, you know, like you have to self-isolate. We don't know when it'll be over, and we don't know if we'll still have work afterwards or what that'll be like. We don't know, you know, and there's all this thing of, you know, if you don't self-isolate, you could be killing other people or endangering other people. I mean, there's so much. And you just, yeah, and it's just resting like this. It's simple and it's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like the field is so, when I go to the supermarket, it feels like everybody is ready to kill or something. Everybody's like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Really good to meet you, Isaac.
I'm very happy to meet with like this with this community and with you. It's just lucky.
Do you have moments of freak out or not at all?
I see how sensitive my system is at the moment. It's like things that usually don't touch are touching. And it gives me opportunities to just really drop into subtle discomforts and not you know, it's like, and it seems like there's day by day there's different flavors that come in from the collective, you know, as some people are really enjoying the break, other people are concerned about their businesses, and other people are worried about, you know, whether afterwards there's going to be mandatory vaccinations and all, much more government control. And I mean, there's just, you know, we just don't know. Watching this very strange.
Like when all the schools closed, Like all the people who have the children at home and need to work and homeschool, and that shit is also.
Yeah. I mean, it's putting, it's putting for some, it's putting a lot of pressure.
Yes, and
And
for some
also,
it's like empty space.
Yeah. And also, people that are in marriages or relating, and suddenly you're spending a lot of time with the person where there's all this other information happening, and you're having to navigate it together, not always on the same page. That's it. Yeah, and there's so many different views about, how to, what's the most intelligent way to deal with what's going on. It's like, I see some experts saying actually what's best is to quarantine the people that are vulnerable and let everybody else go about their business and let the kids go back to school, because if they get it when they're young, they have, oftentimes it's not even a big deal. And then they develop antibodies, but there's just so much unknown about it. So
It's really strange for me also that, like, the government says something and everyone does it. It feels a bit, I don't know, it feels a little bit creepy.
it is a bit creepy because it's also, like, the difficulty is, like in Australia, if you don't follow the rules, you can get an $11,000 fine. I don't know whether it's legal, whether they could actually do it, but that's what they say. So, and then you watch how, I see sometimes, when I'm out going shopping or something, and like there's these long lines to even get into the shop because only a few people are allowed in the shop at the same time. And then you're standing on the pavement, and if someone doesn't keep their distance, people get so antsy, and it's like, oh my God, and I don't know in Holland if they have these hotlines where you can call if you want to report someone that's not listening to the rules. It's like, whoa, what are we in, Russia or some, like communist China? And people go for it,
And also, people can change their habits really quickly. So also, in good ways, they could. It's amazing that, well, I'm gonna let the other people speak. I love you so much, Isaac.
Big love and hug, Sophia. Yeah, thanks.
Hi, Isaac. Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Sylvie.
Hi.
In your video.
I'm sorry? What did you say?
When somebody speaks, there's like, there's three little dots. And if you click on those three little dots, you can pin the video, which makes them full screen on my computer.
Yeah.
So as each person speaks, I do that so that I see you full screen.
Yeah, I see you also full screen.
Yeah, so there's a couple of ways of doing that. One is you have speaker view, which works. But then if somebody else speaks, then you have them on your screen full. There's this way of pinning the video, then it doesn't matter who does it. So I pin it with each person. So
yeah, me too. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you have me full?
I have you full.
Okay.
And I feel you full.
Oh. I hope that's good news.
Yeah, it's all good news. Yeah. Do you feel and sense when we meet like this?
A really beautiful, energetic dance.
Oh, how exquisite, yeah. Mm. Mm. And it's amazing how we can dance together, eh? Just like, yeah.
And it is amazing, and it's still opening up. It keeps opening up.
It keeps opening up.
Yeah.
And my feeling is that there's no limit. You know, it can just open and open and open and get more and more subtle and more beautiful. Yeah.
And for you also, limitless.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Mm.
We are all rising stars, I think.
Mm. Yeah, you know, I just somehow, I mean, at least to my perception, the Sangha, how we've been exploring, has deepened and matured so exquisitely over the years. It's like this capacity to meet each other beautifully has just really grown and deepened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so somehow we're able to show up in a way that's where our bodies are not stiff and, you know, like they flowing, I could say like that. That's how it feels to me. Just the love can flow. And that's, wow, that's, yeah, amazing.
Yes, and heal really. Can I share something where I was tonight, this night?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, okay. I was at an online healing event with 100 people and 25 Shiva Murti healers from Bali.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and there was an online healing, and I saw babies cure on the internet. It was so beautiful. And in the US, there's a pilot now for in a hospital. So times are changing. They heal online.
Yeah. How beautiful.
Yeah, it was so beautiful.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes, I loved it so much. Yeah.
Thanks, Sylvie.
Thank you very much, Isaac.
Urja, you would like to, I will see if I can unmute you. Yes, you can speak now.
Okay.
Yes.
No sounds, no.
No hard background sounds. It's
good.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's then yesterday. Thank you. Thank you. There is Isaac.
I'm here.
Because I feel you, but I don't see you.
Okay, when I speak, does it bring me onto your screen?
Oh, okay. And when you don't speak, then...
Well, it depends. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I was going a little bit into a quiet place, feeling you and not seeing you. People here are a bit stressed about what the people's experience
And I can't really hear you very well. Yeah.
I have to be close, is that better?
Yes, that's better.
Said good to hear all the sharings from people, what they feel in the lockdown and the supermarket and this and that, all these experiences, because it's recognizable, we are all in the same boat. And then I was crying because I felt, yeah, people are so, sticking to rules, and maybe it's the best to do. I don't know. I do it also. To keep some safety. But anyway, I don't want to talk about it also because it's all in the same cloud. people feel around.
Mm.
I don't know where it ends and where it goes to, but I feel I'm very productive. Rebuilding my house, making a Facebook group, sending news to the world, doing yoga. So I think I do something for the people, but I even don't know if somebody will see it. At least I feel I do good, and I see a lot of people doing good in my neighborhood, a lot of support, people give each other and sharing.
I would love if we can meet without a lot of talking,
I
Roger.
just gave her the mood for a day update, but in the now it's like, okay, I was seeing this meeting and I feel touched here and also said that you are, where are you? That you are in Australia, I guess?
At home, yeah.
Yeah, and it comes very close in the same time. So I feel not resistance felt apart in this couple of days watching you and Michael myself with so much self-confidence. And I'm not perfect, of course, but I feel okay with myself. And that is peace. I thank you that I feel that. And also I feel when I look at you that there is an insecurity about, oh, am I doing good? In the technique, is it okay? Don't I take too much time? I feel a little bit nervosity, but I need to go. You know, it's a very...
It's difficult for me to hear what you're saying, so it would be yeah. So
No,
and I would actually appreciate just being quiet together. Just that pattern to speak all the time is not so is.
Yeah, I was speaking about that it is good to be quiet and feel that I have nervosity of missing the boat. But yeah.
Okay.
But I want to feel you more close. And I feel there's a lot of technical and screen and distance happening. If I try to do what you say, can you just be quiet? Okay, I agree. Quiet. But I feel, can I feel you then? Because today you should come to Holland, you said?
No. Today I would start. Tomorrow I would start my trip to Western Australia, then South Africa, then Europe.
Yeah, but anyway, it's not gonna happen.
Not now.
Not in, yeah. And then, okay, I accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now in the meeting with you, before I was having my turn, I feel you, I hear everybody, I feel connected. And then it's my turn, I get nervous. Am I doing good? Not saying too much, and I feel distance. I want to feel you, so maybe be quiet.
Just good to notice. Just good to notice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how make it possible to feel each other if we have distance?
That's a good question.
In general, yes. Is this a problem?
Okay. Thanks, Sergio. I'd like to give somebody else a chance now.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. Thank
It's like the elephant is going through the hut there. Thank you so much. I love your depth. Wow.
Yum.
Isaac?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put myself in.
Oh, good.
Oh my God, I don't know what frequency I'm tuned in today, but it's terrible. I feel so strange.
Yeah, so let's just be in that strangeness together. Just, I mean, you know, there's a tendency when it feels strange to want to come out of it or to want to change it. But let's just be in strange for a moment. Let's just completely rest in that strangeness if it's possible. Just kind of exploring this strangeness, so to speak, just present to it in the most gentle way. And then just what do you sense and feel? You know, what is it that we're calling strange? Yeah?
Yeah, now when I can feel it with you, it feels already like much better to feel, because exactly when I kind of like felt it alone, it felt like I couldn't feel, it felt like an overwhelm or something, like it was something very
yeah, too much. Yeah, understand.
like all the system wants is just sit and rest, and somehow it feels like it can't. There are so many things going on, but I guess it's just a frequency in the field.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. So now we're just present to that frequency, yeah? Just feeling it and resting with it, and yeah, feels a bit electric to me in a way. It's just, but that's how I would describe it. Yeah.
Chest.
Yeah.
So I wonder then, do you feel that too, or is it just somehow I woke up this morning and I'm tuned into that? Or?
you know, I feel so much. I really do, and yeah. So
Now I really just enjoy sitting with you actually. How is it for you? Is it
sweet, a deep willingness to explore and gently, meet.
it feels like it's getting calmer also. This
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Eva.
So happy you're there.
Thank
So often.
Yeah, it's nice. We have meetings 6 days a week now. Yeah.
Fantastic. Like it's like a retreat, and it's such a resource. Really. Oh. I wish I will give someone else a chance. But I could sit like this for another hour.
Yeah, nice. Thanks, Eva.
So who is next? Actually, I lost track of the list. Let me see the list. There was a lot of chat. Oh yeah, Monica. Monica.
Hello.
Hi, Monica.
Hi, Isaac.
I see you.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit excited.
Yeah.
And I will connect with you and look if there's something showing up or not. Okay?
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Welcome. Okay. So welcome. Enjoying?
Yes, and from the time it's more easier and it's not so much excitement, or this goes away and the thoughts goes away, and it's so nice to meet this kind. Yes.
Yeah.
When I look in this camera, I don't see your eyes, but I can feel you. I don't must.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, today is just to enjoy. Just enjoying.
How lucky is that? Yeah.
Nothing matters. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Isaac. Love you so much. True.
Yeah, thank you.
So Alex would like to speak, and you're unmuted now. Or should be trying to, yeah, should work now, I think.
Hello.
Hello. Can you just wave a hand so I can see you? So, good, great. I see you. And I
Hello, Isaac.
continue Lydia.
It's the first time I'm participating. And
Yeah,
just
welcome.
hi. And I really love what I'm
feeling. Yeah, yeah. Oh, exquisite.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
So beyond thoughts, beyond feelings, beyond all experience, there's awareness, yes, in which everything is appearing. And everything that appears is constantly changing. And that which is aware, we can't say what that is. Yeah. Yeah. Deep pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very, very much.
Yeah,
I really love
thank
it.
you. Beauty.
Isaac, can you hear me?
I do hear you. I'm just looking to find. There, great, Rainer. I see you. Nice.
I'd love to sit with you for a while.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Rainer.
Ina, like to, I can unmute you now. Yeah.
Hello,
I see you, and I'm just got to. Hey.
I feel my system is slowly grounding more.
And feel.
Yeah. The system feels a lot out of balance. And then today in the meeting, I could see there's also an old pattern of feeling guilty when the system feels out of balance.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Oh, sweetheart. Yeah. Yeah. And you can see if it was up to you, it wouldn't feel out of balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the guilt just comes on top, and you can't control it either. Yeah, but you see it now. Yeah, yeah. How beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I love how your system responds to my system. It's so sweet. It's so very, very sweet. Yeah.
I feel this, whoa, I've said it. I didn't pull back. I'm happy. I feel that the system has so much trust in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lucky, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in your imagination, you can just imagine being held just exactly like you love to be held.
I do.
With the right, yeah, it's just so beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for taking a moment with me and being vulnerable and real. Oh,
Thank
precious.
You. Yeah, for
really
too.
precious. Thanks, Ina.
Yeah, thank you.
Suzanne?
I did unmuted.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Hello, Isaac.
Hey, both of you.
There's just so much love flowing.
Lucky is that, man. Wow.
And again and again, there are resistances that appear. Yeah, and I don't know what to do with it. It feels terrible.
You know, to me, when there's a noticing of resistance or an activation, just what we've been exploring, you know, just that gentleness with it. Recognizing that it's not something we choose or do, it's something, you know, it's just old information coming up. Everything that comes up and gets explored even just a little bit makes a difference. And so probably we'll be busy with this till our last breath. No, you know, no destination in sight, just a love affair, just being, exploring every little movement, every little nuance. I don't know what else there is actually at this point.
Yeah, because destination is always in the future, so
it's in the future.
Never here.
Yeah, it's just here, and there's just this. Yeah.
And purpose also same.
Same thing. Yeah. You know, this whole idea of getting enlightened or there's some state to accomplish, none of it makes sense to me. There's just here. There's that which is aware, and then this, whatever shows up on the screen that gets to get explored. I mean, it's just, yeah.
Thank you, Isaac.
Oh, sweetheart. Yeah. Yeah. Beauty.
Annette? Let's see if you. Yeah.
Can whoever next just Netta, there, I see you. Great. Perfect. Thanks for just making a movement, then I can see easy. Yeah.
I would just like to sit with you.
So welcome.
It's amazing how strong this can get. Energy exchange. No distancing in this way.
Yeah, it's my experience too.
Very precious. Today it's rather heavy, this system, and there's relief at the same time for the silence. Because there's so many emotions around, it's also easy to dissociate.
For sure. That's why it is so precious just to take a few moments out of the day just to be together and have this community and this field that invites presence like this.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Isaac. I think it's me next.
Excuse me?
Isaac, I'm here. Nika.
Great. Nika, I see you.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you.
Hi. Just want to sit with you for a moment.
Yes. So welcome. Thanks, Nika.
So I think it's my turn. Inga?
Inga, I see you. Thanks for waving your hand.
I would just love to sit for a minute with you and everyone.
Lucky us. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed there's this, or this idea came up of that I have to do something or fix it. Or, yeah.
I think ideas, they come and they go.
Yeah.
We can't even hold on to them even if we want to. Yeah. It's delicious, huh?
I'm sunbathing.
I love it. Yeah. Simple, easy, joyous. My God.
Nothing to do, just enjoy.
Nothing.
When it happens, yeah.
When it happens, and then this love, this unconditional flow happens, it's just,
yeah.
You did the posture of it beautifully.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Lianne, I will. Yes, you can speak.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leon.
Isaac?
Find you again now.
There was nobody in the line, so I...
Okay.
Or Lianne, were you still on? Did I...
No, we were
Oh, no,
complete.
okay, yeah, because I muted some, yeah, sorry. Just felt like, feels a bit also scary to do it again, but just... Yeah. Thank
you. Thank you.
Thank everybody.
And just tuning in and feeling this field that we all co-generating and co-inhabiting. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, there's meetings now. Sunday night, Tuesday night, and is it Friday night, Eva?
Yeah, so
Thursday,
with Isaac,
Sunday.
yeah.
Yeah.
With Isaac, it's Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, same time, same link. With Maaike, it's Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, same time, same link. The links are on their websites. And I also send out a mailing. So if you would like to receive it via email, you can also send me an email message.
Mm.